Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the LSU Tigers and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, the LSU head coach told me before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Got the first down. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Back to throw, it's Levin. Out wide left, it's Wilson. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Second down to the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Quick give. It's Henderson. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in.
Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here.
Austin Mack makes the grab. Taken down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Left side is Eccles. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mack. Reels it in. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. They get to the line quickly. He breaks a tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Mack. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Red Evan on the RPO. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Auburn to the line in a hurry. With the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to throw, it's Clement. Gonna let it fly. And it goes goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week, this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Great job by this defense knowing exactly where the marker was. He needed to get it to the 30, and they stop him at the 29. Got to make the play on 4. Turning it on. The 50. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here's a give to Durham. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Turns into the pile. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
He'll take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback. Better protect him.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Mack from the gun on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Out wide left, it's Henderson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. Picks
his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Making the adjustment on the play. Push is ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Oh, he's got some space. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mack. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Under pressure. Just got rid of that one.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
2nd and long here. Wide receiver going in motion.
949 rock star. 949 rock star.
They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped at the 32, still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's changing the play. 4th down, Austin Mack. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Looking to throw, it's Levin. It's dropped after taking the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff, Caden Durham. They didn't even let that one get started as they stuff things up in the middle and the clock winds down here late in the second quarter. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Finds a LSU, that's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. And here's the third interception of the night. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Changing the routes with his receivers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Austin Mack. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, what a cut! They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the Sam Houston Bearcats. And it's the Owls coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And there is still a lot of work to do on the season, but they get back to 2-4 in the standings.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Mack to throw for it on 4th. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Mack. Left side is Kane. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Auburn lines up quickly. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Finds his target. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Open space at the 25. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing Mack. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Long way to go on second down. Running inside, it's Berry. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. LSU quick to the line. Wants to throw on third down. Caught. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
The give to Caden Durham. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Unloads to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
From the gun, running back on the move. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Straight ahead, it's Henderson. Pass to 6. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Go! Making the adjustment. Right back to the well.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Motion from the wideout.
Hey, kill it. 214 close. 214 close.
Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Austin Mack fires quickly. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Henderson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Linebackers trying to create some confusion.
Hey, kill it, kill it. 674, take off. 674, take off.
Going to the run, it's Henderson. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll move the tight end. They want that clock to run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Defense all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Mack from the gun on third down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. To the air, it's Levin. On the move. Fires downfield. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Normally, I would...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Fires left. Incomplete on